So you're in the middle of a conversation entirely in Spanish. It is exciting, maybe a bit scary, but everything is going well.
¿Y qué hiciste ayer?
No mucho, tenía mucho trabajo.
But suddenly, in the middle of your sentence, there's a word in Spanish you don't know.
Y después fui a...
And you freeze. Panic! Panic! Panic!
What do I do now? Oh no, how do I say play basketball? I don't know what to say.
So your brain freezes and you just stop talking. I am sure you have been in a similar situation where not knowing one word make you feel tongue-tied. No tengas miedo. I, Maria Fernanda from Spring Spanish, I am going to share a secret trick polyglots use when speaking a foreign language. This trick allows you to keep the conversation going even if you miss a word. And best of all, your conversation partner won't even notice. We're going to practice together. By the end of this video, you will start using this trick as well. And you can apply it in conversations yourself. Sounds good? Empecemos! Remember the conversation that suddenly ended at the beginning of this video? Vamos a sacar a la pobre de su miseria. Let's help her and end her sentence. So the key to get out of a situation like this is a technique called paraphrasing. And you might be doing it as well already on your native language, by the way. But in this case, you need to learn how to do it in Spanish as fast as possible. And let me show you what I mean.
Y después fui a jugar este juego con una pelota, también LeBron James lo juega.
¿Baloncesto?
Sí!
Or another way where your conversation partner won't even notice that you didn't know the word.
Y después fui a hacer deporte con mis amigos.
¡Qué padre! ¿Cómo te fue?
Bien!
So, what did you do here? In the first example, you describe what you meant with references and examples. In the second example, you used a different word to say more or less what you were doing. I mean, is it really necessary to say that you were playing basketball? Just saying I play sports will be enough to keep the conversation going. Again, you might be doing already this in your mother tongue without even thinking about it. The key is you have to train yourself to this in a high-pressure situations in Spanish too, especially in conversations with a native speaker. If you don't practice paraphrasing, you will just freeze. But if you get good at this, you will be amazed of how much easier conversations in Spanish can become, even if you don't know a lot of Spanish words. Now it's your time to practice. So I'm going to give you a situation and then I'm going to pause for a second so you can think of ways of how to say it differently. Remember, we're not aiming for accuracies. That means all answers are correct. However, we want to know how fast are you. So, vamos a empezar.
Hola, ¿puedes ir mañana al cine?
Ay, no puedo, tengo que ir al...
So, how would you say veterinarian if you don't know the word in Spanish? You will have a few seconds or just pause this video so you can write down your answer. I would say,
Ay, no puedo, tengo que llevar a mi perro al doctor.
as you can see, in this example, I don't even know the word veterinarian, which is veterinario, by the way. But I told my conversation partner that I'm going to take my dog to the doctors. And she didn't even notice that I was missing that word in Spanish. Now, let's go to el siguiente ejercicio.
Quiero comprarme un vestido para la boda del sábado. Tiene que ser un vestido fresco, porque será en...
So in here, how would you describe the venue instead of saying outdoors or at the park or whatever that you have in mind? Take yourself a few seconds, pause this video and write your answer.
Tiene que ser un vestido fresco, porque será en un lugar que no es cerrado y por lo tanto hace calor.
¿Te refieres a que será al aire libre?
Así es, será al aire libre.
Vamos con el siguiente ejercicio and the last one.
¿Cómo te fue en la cita anoche?
Pues, aunque no lo creas, muy bien. Era una persona muy...
Here you have a blank canvas, so use your imagination to describe a person. Pause this video, take a few seconds to write down your answer.
Pues, aunque no lo creas, muy bien. Era una persona muy inteligente. No sé cómo se le dice a alguien que lee mucho o tiene muchos temas que decir.
¿Era una persona intelectual o tal vez interesante?
Sí, a eso me refiero.
Chunk alert! A eso me refiero. It's a perfect example of a chunk that you can learn by heart, and it will help you for paraphrasing and also to keep your conversations flowing. If you would like a list of the most frequent used chunks, then you can download the free Spanish Essentials Chunks Kit that we have on our website, and the link is in the description. So here's your homework for the upcoming week. You're gonna practice paraphrasing at least once a week. And how are you going to do that? Write down a sentence in Spanish. You're gonna scratch out one of the words and try to say a similar thought without using that word and without thinking about it too much. Speed is the key here. It's not that important how or what you're saying. The most important is how quickly you can paraphrase. In case you need any help to start with, I'm gonna leave you 5 chunks that you can use as an example. So one of them is ir de compras, go shopping, una cita, a date, hacer las maletas, to pack, la carnicería, butcher shop, y el dentista, dentist. The more you practice this, the faster you become and the quicker you will sound natural and fluent in Spanish. I hope that you will start using this fluency trick in Spanish already, huh? But there's more. I have 5 other great tricks like this one for you to get fluent even faster in Spanish. Click the image on screen to find out my 5 top Spanish tricks you must start using this year. I will see you in that video, okay? Adios!